Welcome back to Journey to Novelist. This channel is devoted to new writers and those writers new to pursuing the goal of becoming a published author. We've looked at quite a bit of software on this channel, most of it having to do with the plotting and planning stages of writing a novel, but today we're going to be looking at software that has to do with dealing with large pieces of text. That's right, we're going to be looking at word processing programs. If you have worked at a company that uses Windows-based PCs and the Microsoft Office suite, then you are probably familiar with one of the biggest word processing programs around, that is Microsoft Word. If you're dealing with documents on a Windows PC, you are probably using Word. But for your own personal use and for writing your novel, you might be looking for an alternative. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. If you have access to Word, then by all means you can keep using it if you like it. And in fact, everything that we're going to do, we're going to compare to this Word document I've put together to make sure it has the major features I think that you would need when writing a document. We want to make sure we can handle some headings. In this case, I've also put the word count. We have a heading and a subheading that is styled, some paragraphs of text, an image with a caption, a table, and a footer with the page number. I think any program that we look at as an alternative to Word should be able to handle this much. So let's look at some of our alternatives to the Word and Microsoft Office suite. First off, here we have the Mobisytems Office suite. Now, Mobisytems Office suite is available for $39.99 a year for the one user. It's for a Windows PC, and to mobile devices you can get a free 7-day trial. So let's open the Office Suite Documents program, which is the word processing part of it, and see what it looks like. Now I'm going to run through these as quickly as I can, and it mentions that there are some premium features that you can get. So right off you see that this is very similar to what you would get if you were in Word, if you're familiar with that program. You have some templates and you have a blank document you can start off with right here, which is what we're going to do. The format of their interface is pretty easy to get around in. It has a big area for writing here. Let's turn off that 7-day trial again. There is a sign-in if you have that subscription. You have your file menu, some inserts, layout, design options. You'll see we are in the .docx format for our new document, and we are currently in the heading. So let's jump down to the regular text part, and we're going to go ahead and put in our text for our headings, and then we'll come back and try to style them. Started with our heading. The typing is very responsive. I'm not feeling any lag between what I'm typing and what's showing up on the page. I'm simply going to try to cut and paste the rest of the document in. I'm using the keep text only and to discard the formatting type of option. That will make things easier later, I believe. And so there's our text in there. Let's try to apply some headings. Here we go, heading 1, heading 2, and down here another heading 2. Well, that was easy enough. Let's put some indents on our paragraph here. So that they're all the same. Now let's go ahead and make a spelling error here and see if it catches it. And it does. And now we'll just go ahead and try to insert our image here to the bottom of this paragraph. and we'll format it. Let's see, wrap text to this one. And let's see if there's a way to add a caption. Here we go. And you see here, this is a premium feature. So if you want a caption, you have to have a subscription. We're going to add a table. And then we'll fill out the table. So we filled out our table, but we have an extra column here. So let's see if we can get rid of that. Delete column, that works. And we can just pull out our columns to format them a little bit. And we'll see if we can apply a style to our heading. Here we go, table, table style. And table styles are also a premium feature. So we'll skip that and we will style this by hand. Now we'll go back up to our heading and try to put that in there. And the heading should say align that right, and let's see if we can find a field to put in here. Okay, so I can't actually find a place for putting a word count in here, so I'll just leave that as XXX for now. And we'll go down here and we'll put in a footer. And we'll choose the footer position, that's fine. And we want the page number, so we'll insert a page number. And then we'll format it similar to the one in Word and justify it to the right. So there is our document in Mobi's document writer. And to compare that to our Word document here, we weren't able to do things like put in the caption, format the table. I could not find the word count. But other than that, we did manage to write our document fairly easy and to format the headings. The text writing was very responsive, so I have no issue with that. So that is the Mobi Office Documents program. If you're interested in this particular program, you can find the link for it in the description. And the pricing again is $39.99 a year for the one user. So we're going to exit that. We see that it's going to be saved in the .docs format, but I'm not going to actually save that. And we're going to move on to our next program. The next program that we're going to be looking at is the SoftMaker Office, and it is $99.95 for the standalone version, but I believe so there's some other pricing. to the shop here. Let's see. Subscribe here. You can get a subscription for these programs for $2.99 per month for the SoftMaker Home, or $4.99 per month for the Office Universal version. So we are going to look at this. Their software is called TextMaker. We will open that real quick and we will try to recreate our Office document here. So here we are with a blank document. You have some formatting and some document control in this. But we're going to go ahead and start typing. We're going to put in start typing with our headings. And you'll see it did catch the spelling errors. Those were easy to change, and I will just go ahead and copy and paste the rest of the text here. And we'll see here that there is no option for without style. So we'll be getting whatever the other program has. The source of the text formatting will come in. So we'll see if we can fix that after the fact. Here it brought in the heading style from the Word document I'm copying from. So let's see if we can style these headings. So let's see. We have some styles right here. Let's put that as heading 1. And here's heading 2. And we can also use this dialog over here to also apply there. We can also format them with some colors here if we add a color. Fine. Let's find a lighter blue like that. Add that. And we can take this and go ahead and update from text. And there are headings, since they're based on each other, updated to the color. This is not quite as intuitive as Mobisytems was, but there is our text. Now let's go ahead and try to put our image in. We're going to put the image here. Insert a picture from a file. There's our picture. It went in pretty easy. I can scale it. I can, let's see, under the picture properties, there's our wrapping, text wrapping. Okay. Move that down, a little smaller there. Let's try adding a caption. Insert a caption. There we go. Insert that. And we can change it to say whatever we need to. And I'm not going to worry about the formatting of the caption. I just want to make sure we could put one in there. Let's try to put in a table down here. Insert a table. And we'll go ahead and fill out our table with some information. And I'm not going to try to fill in the whole thing, but let's see if we can format the table. Here we go, table, table styles, very similar to how Word uses it. Let's just pick this one here. There we go, a table style was applied. And let's try putting in a footer and header. So let's see, under the header, here we go, a header. And we'll go ahead and see about aligning that to the right. See if there's we have some sort of a field we can put in here. Fields. And I don't believe there's page and chapters, page count, chapter number, and I don't think there is a word count in this program either, so I'll just leave that blank for now. That's not a very big thing. Now let's go ahead and put in a footer. We want the page number. Here we go, that's easy enough. Insert page number, insert, and position that again to the right. And I believe that is all we had in our document. So let's go ahead and compare this once again to our Word document. And we can do pretty much everything that we did in Word. Now, the table does not float, so that seems to be something that's a little bit different. I don't think there's any way to make it do that. But you can probably add some margins and some other things to position it where you need to. Formatting was pretty easy. We were able to get the caption on this version, and none of these things were premium priced. So all in all, I think TextMaker did a pretty good job there. That's TextMaker from SoftMaker. Again, the subscription is $2.99 per month or $4.99 per month there. Or if you wanted to purchase it outright, then it would be $99.95 for the one-time purchasing price. Windows, macOS, or Linux. So that is SoftMaker. And again, I'm not going to save this, but we will go over here and make certain that if we did do a file, save as, they have their own document format type, but they also have .doc formats. So that will keep it compatible with Word. And now we're going to look at our third and final software choice, and that is WPS Office. Now, WPS Office actually has a completely free version, and then they have their premium for $35.99 for a year. That has a few extra things like PDF editing and file format conversion and some cloud options. So WPS Office, if we click on this, we're going to look at their document program right here. Comes up, there are some templates available, but we're going to start with a blank document. And it comes up here, and right away we can just start typing in our document. And here we have a spelling error was caught, so we should be able to replace that. There you go. Correct it. And I'm just going to start copying and pasting the rest of the text in. And it does have a paste special there. Or let's see. Keep text only. There you go. And actually when I'm pasting, I can just use this other icon here that is keep text only. I'm going to go back and add some indents in here and some extra line breaks. And let's see if we can style these headings. Here we go, heading 1, heading 2, and another heading 2. Now this one's default spaces them out pretty far. Let's see if we could go ahead and put in our image. So insert, let's see, do they have an image? New layout. Home, insert, picture, there we go, from a file, and here we have to find our pictures. Here's our computer. We can go ahead and change the wrapping right there, and go ahead and scale it, position it. Over here. And let's add a caption. Here one. Wang system. And this is a bit of an error here. It put the caption up at the top. It did not keep it under the image. But let's move on. Let's see if we can put in a heading. Page layout. Let's look for a heading. Here we go. We can just type here for our heading. And we will align it to the right. See if we can put in a value for our fields. And let's see, do we have word count? Document variable. property, words. And there we have the number of words put into our document. I think that's the first one that managed to get the words in there. And then we will put in a footer. We're just going to insert a page number to the right. And then make it look similar. Okay, so I took a little bit of time to figure out why there was so much spacing between the headings and the paragraphs, and that's because the line spacing for the whole document was set at 2.75 and not 1 as a default. I could not get the caption underneath the picture. I'm sure there's some way we could work around that if I really needed to. But overall, this is what we got as compared to our Word document, which is here. Let's go ahead and keep that there. We have the zoom feature here, same as with Word. So I did not try to put the table in. Let's do that real quick. Chart, icon, library, table. Here's the table. For formatting, we have table style right here. So it will be fairly easy. I'm not going to bother to put the text in it, but we can get a table very similar to what we wanted here. And I do like the fact that you can add rows and columns, but with the plus buttons there. So that's handy. So we can get fairly close. There is the error here with the caption not going under the picture. The table can be formatted. The headings can be formatted fairly easy. And WPS Office does have this completely free version, so that's a plus. Those are your 3 options. I think I like this WPS Office best between all 3 of the other programs, from the Mobisytems Office suite, TextMaker from SoftMaker, and the WPS document, which I'm in a free trial, but there is a completely free version, which I'm working with here. So I think all 3 of these are good alternatives to Microsoft Word. We do have the save feature here that does have the .docs format. So any of these programs could be a viable option for replacing Microsoft Word, or if you don't have access to Microsoft Word and don't want to buy it, there are these 3 options. I hope this is helpful for you, and all the information to where you will find them is in the description for this video. Comment if you like any of these, or if you decide you want to use them. Subscribe if this type of content is helpful for you. Thank you for having joined me.